Welcome back everyone. In this video I'm gonna expose you guys my entire funnel, the entire structure that I've set up for myself as a growth operator. If you guys don't know what a growth operator is, actually at this point it doesn't really matter, but in order for you to understand the entire framework, the entire system, if you guys are still confused of some of the stuff I'll explain just shortly, then please check the other video out so that you guys have at least some more understanding. Anyways, without further ado, let's literally jump straight to it. Gosh, I'm stumbling a lot today. So this is the entire funnel that I use for my info product selling. So understand this, at this point I am selling info product, and as you guys know at this stage that I am teaching you guys what it is to become a growth operator and some of these systems that I am utilizing. And so this is the time where I'm gonna expose everything. So let's talk about funnels. So at the top of the funnel we have traffic. Traffic is basically all the users, every single person that has found you or essentially heard of you on the internet. Obviously, some of these channels are not limited, meaning some people might find me on Twitter or Google, but these main sources, which are Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, and Eventbrite, these are the places where I have some control over and where I can genuinely see traffic coming in. And so every single medium, social media medium, is marked in turquoise except for YouTube. Now, the reason is because everything in green is or should be highlighted as a monetization channel. So basically all the areas where I eventually get paid as well. So Instagram has the paid subscription, TikTok has the paid series. I could have also added TikTok live stream, but I didn't, or I never really started TikTok live, but eventually if I do start TikTok live, then I will add this into the funnel as well. But YouTube AdSense, and at this point I'm not earning just as of yet from YouTube, but hopefully when things go out, then eventually I'll get paid by YouTube as well. So let's go this by order. Let's start off with Instagram. Let me make this a little bit smaller. So when traffic goes on Instagram, there are a few things where users realize. Now let me just roll out my Instagram so you guys can see. So this is my Instagram account. So the moment these people land on my Instagram account, they will obviously see my posts, and more importantly it is the reels, because the reels are essentially where the traffic comes from. Also, don't be confused of why the numbers fluctuate a lot, because actually some of the content is for my subscribers, but the rest of the videos that get a little bit more attention are the ones that I post publicly on my Instagram account. So as you guys can see, I've been doing IG Reels for some time now. I do get, I would say, quite some amount of attention. I believe the highest one here is 1 million that I've received. The rest are just as fine. I can be better. I can obviously improve my content quality. There are a lot of factors which I could literally make my Instagram reel game a little bit spicier, but as of now I'm quite satisfied and it looks fine, because as you guys can see from my insights, I do get a lot of traffic, and I do have to say that a lot of the traffic literally just comes from reels. There is some traffic that is redirected from my TikTok, but the majority of my traffic that ends up on my Instagram is literally from the reels. Now coming back to the funnel, if you guys can see on Instagram, there are two ways of, or essentially three ways, what happens next. And so the first medium, or the first area where people end up, is the broadcast channel. Now if you guys don't understand or know what Instagram broadcast channel is, it is essentially a feature that Instagram has launched for users that I believe has over 10,000 followers. But it is basically like a Telegram channel where you can have your small community of your followers, and they can basically interact inside it. That is actually how it looks like. In fact, I can actually show you guys from my channel how it looks like. So let me just go to channels, Start Moving. So the channel is called Start Moving. As you guys can see, it's not the biggest channel in the world. We currently have 117 members, still growing, still strong at this state. But as you guys can see, I post some content. There are some interaction from my wonderful audiences, and I do put some polls or some Q&As to generate some interaction or some engagement from them. But yeah, basically in a nutshell, that is broadcast channel, which is essentially for free. And from the broadcast channel, they are redirected towards the subscription, the paid subscription. Now the paid subscription is, sorry guys, it's so hard to type with one hand, because as you can see, I'm holding the microphone. So Instagram paid subscription. So on paid subscription, users pay a monthly subscription fee, and this can be organized or structured by the creator. You can basically decide how much you want to charge your audience. I charge, I believe it's around $2 or $3 a month, and there are a few benefits which my subscribers enjoy, which is a badge, which I believe there's some utility to it, but more enjoyable are exclusive content. They get their own subscriber social channel and also an own broadcast channel. To be very transparent with you guys, my subscription channel is not huge. I believe at this point there are around 8 subscribers, which generate me around 50 ringgit a month, which I'm absolutely happy and comfortable with. But hopefully by providing more or better value into the free community over here, more users will eventually be redirected into the paid channel. But again, this is not my initial goal, as I want to provide as much as free value as I can, especially in the early stages. And once I'm comfortable with, or once the user is comfortable with, that the strategies that I implement and preach you guys actually works and it helps you guys, then I will feel comfortable with users actually joining the paid community. Anyways, coming back, so there's one more line or one more avenue where the traffic is directed to, and this channel or this line is powerfully in a explosive way. It's impacted by the reels, and the reason is because, as you can see, I wrote on Beacons AI, when users stumble upon my reel, there is an optimization that happens here which utilizes ManyChat, but I'll probably make a separate video for this. So basically, in a nutshell, when they go on my IG Reels and see my videos, I promote the free PDF file. Now this free PDF file is literally what the first video about Growth Operator is, and where I literally broke down the entire system, the entire framework, the entire structure of a Growth Operator, where I explain the frameworks and literally how all components work together. Do check out this video so that you have an entire understanding of what a Growth Operator is. But yeah, so this entire PDF file is literally what I put into Beacons AI, and to expose it to you guys. Wait, let me just focus for a moment. So that is literally the file, 25 pages, where I'll explain literally the whole thing. So do check it out, because it is a huge doc. There's a lot of free sauce and a lot of advanced stuff as well. But don't click off as of now. Wait out. Watch throughout this video first, and then you guys will understand that other video even more. So anyways, coming back. So when they go on my Instagram, let me just elaborate a little bit about beacons.ai. When users go on the Beacons AI, a few stuff happen on there. So as you guys can see, this is Beacons AI. Anyways, By the way, Beacons AI is a recommendable platform. I actually use this on the free account or the free version, and the free version has amazing features. There's a lot of stuff you can do on Beacons AI, but as you guys can see, my Beacons AI is set up in a simple yet impactful way. Put a few data, free sources, and now free sources is this is the fundamental goal here. So on Beacons AI, users can get that free document, and what happens here is on Beacons AI, when you request for the free document, there are a few credentials, there is a few data which is collected. Firstly, their name, and secondly, their email. And once they obviously submit all of these credentials, literally just the name and email, then they get access to that PDF. But what happens is when the email gets collected, an email optimization will eventually happen. So the users that have downloaded the free document will eventually receive an email that will direct them to the online webinar. Now, the online webinar is literally the end point for the majority of the traffics, as you guys can see, but that is literally the goal. So I haven't started the online webinar just as now because I'm not comfortable with the quantity of users that are available as of now. But while we are currently structuring for the online webinar, eventually all the traffic sources will be directed towards it. And regarding the online webinar, there are a few exciting stuff that are going to happen. Firstly, not only the guests or the people that will attend the webinar will be cool, but it is going to be a platform where I will interact with you guys as well, so that we can all share our journey. And most likely the online webinar will happen once a week, but I will confirm that either through email or through the other traffic channels. But coming back to the main focus, now let's go on TikTok. Now when people are directed on TikTok, let me just roll out my TikTok. When people go on my TikTok, there are a few things that happen. Now I've been doing TikTok for quite some time now. In fact, I've been doing TikTok longer than I've been doing Instagram Reels. As you can see, I do get quite some amount of attraction on it. And previously I did start with entertainment videos, which was literally about lifestyle, football, meditation, mindset, Riz, and a lot of other stuff. You guys can check out my TikTok, but there is some warning, some cringe videos that happen on it. But let's go back to what's more important. The idea here on TikTok is the following. On TikTok, people will be redirected towards a paid series, which should be a monetization feature. If you guys don't know what paid series is, it is basically a feature launched by TikTok, where you can literally start your own series or basically a sequence of videos where you categorize them together and you offer that towards your audience. And just like Instagram subscription, they will either pay a flat rate, so a one-time flat rate, or a monthly subscription fee. Now I haven't started TikTok series just as of now, but eventually once there is enough traffic being generated on TikTok, and once I'm comfortable with my knowledge and framing my entire systems that I explained to you guys, then I will be comfortable to start the series. But coming back to what's more important, on TikTok, they will be redirected towards school. As you guys can see on YouTube and TikTok, so for you guys that are watching this video, you guys can join the free community, which is going to be on school. And so on school, there's a few things that's going to happen. So on school, there's going to be all the resources that I've manifested, that I have framed. There is going to include all of the systems, all of the components that I apply and there is going to be most of the videos that I have broken down in detail for you guys. So there is so much sauce on Skool, just like Instagram broadcast channel. And yeah, so if you guys eventually end up on Skool, it was going to be a great community as well. So for you guys to basically share your experience and the knowledge that you guys have creating money online, and over there we can grow together. And because it is free, I am providing as much as value and as much as trust as I can in the beginning. And eventually, once again I'm comfortable, you guys have the option to attend this online webinar, which will be for free as well, and which will happen at least one time a week. Now, YouTube. YouTube is actually what we're going through now, right? Are we still on TikTok? No, I believe we're still on TikTok. Anyways, on TikTok, I could have put TikTok live stream, but I don't really do TikTok live. I'm not so comfortable with TikTok live. But if I were to start TikTok live, then I will eventually put this into the funnel. But as of now, it's just paid series, TikTok, and Skool. Now moving on to YouTube. I believe now we should be on YouTube. So for you guys watching this video, oh, we did go over YouTube. I did mention that you guys are directed towards Skool. Okay, YouTube is Seto, TikTok is Seto, Instagram Seto. Last but not least, Eventbrite. Now, if you guys don't know what Eventbrite is, I'm basically in Malaysia right now. And Eventbrite is a platform where people find events, attend events, and can find nice functions or nice activities that literally happen not only practically around your area, but that could also happen online. So eventually I'll put an Eventbrite listing as well, where I will mention the free webinar too, so that people who use Eventbrite can also be redirected towards the online webinar. Now, email optimization also happens on Eventbrite. If you guys have used Eventbrite before, then you will realize even though you guys purchase an event that is for free, there are some credentials that you guys have to give up or essentially give to, and these credentials will be not only collected by Eventbrite but also by the host, so meaning myself, and eventually there's going to be an email optimization that will redirect them to the intense seminar or the paid seminar. So as of this point, I want to make it clear that even though there are some areas that are getting paid, like paid series and YouTube ads and Instagram subscription, the reason why I still put it free is because it is not the main focus for the main source of monetization. Now, the main source of monetization hasn't been finalized yet, but the idea was, or the ideas are, to be either an intense seminar where I explain, during a tight period of time, let's say 3 to 4 days, basically all the knowledge, all the source about Growth Operator and how you can start immediately. Maybe a private network as well, an online course, which was initially the idea for Double Tap University. I believe you guys saw that on my TikTok. By the way, this will be eventually removed once I get comfortable with it being relaunched. But yeah, so it's either going to be an online course, a learning platform, or it's going to be one-to-one coaching, private network, or an intense seminar. I haven't finalized this yet because my first priority is to provide as much as free knowledge and free resources as I can. And once I feel that everybody's comfortable and I feel that my strategies have changed or has impacted a lot of people in a positive way, then I will be generously proud enough to launch these type of info product channels. But as of now, that is basically in a nutshell my entire funnel. Now, if you guys post or have similar structures, you can literally replicate this. But if you are creating a funnel for yourself and you have slightly different components or different traffic sources or different strategies per se, then you guys can literally use this as reference. But yeah, that is basically how it looks like. Now, I have also put it in a nicer diagram. And the reason why I put it in this way is because this funnel is easier for me to understand, because holistically speaking, I'm more of a visual person, and I'm obviously the engine or the mechanics behind the engine, so I understand how this engine works. But for the people that eventually, work in the back end, and for them to understand visually as well, or understand in a easier way how it all works, I have broken this down into these 4 stages as well. But you guys don't have to do this. If they understand, that's fine, that's cool. But for them as well, I literally have broken down the entire framework in more of a simpler chart, so that they can see the frameworks here as well, and also some of the platforms that I will use: the broadcast channel, School, and Zoom for the webinar, and TikTok series, paid subscription, maybe TikTok live as well. So that is basically the entire funnel that I use for my TikTok account. If this has helped you, and if you were able to create a similar funnel, then absolutely proud for you guys. And if this video has helped you, my goal is to help at least one person. And if I've helped one person in this video, do smash the like button, because it will literally make my day. And yeah, I hope to see you guys in the next video.